Hello folks, welcome back to the Addicted Bookworm, where my addiction is all over the internet. On this channel I do book hauls, book reviews, both physical and digital, audiobooks, and so much more. So it's currently 3:15 in the morning. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope all of you are going to have a good one. Yeah, next week is my brother's payday, but not my payday. So yeah, I'm currently an unemployed writer. Though people say, well, you're writing, so you're not really truly unemployed. I'm like, no, that's true. That's true. So in today's video, I'm doing a video response to the 4 things that I knew before I started Booktube, and I am going to talk about this from the viewpoint of someone who's been on YouTube since its early years, for people that don't know. So I have been on YouTube a lot longer than some people have actually been alive. Not most people, but some people. If you're in your 20s, I certainly have you guys beat. I started YouTube like when I was up in Massachusetts, like a couple years after 9/11, and it was basically my religion. Like I was basically showing off things, and I did get plenty of subscribers. People liked my content. You didn't have the editing tools like you have now, or like you can go and take your video, put it in editing software and edit it. We did have editing tools. Hold on. I have no idea what that was about. None. Creepy. Anyways. So, yeah. So, we didn't have the editing tools like we have now, with the software and all that type of stuff. So, anyways, sorry, shook me up a little bit there. Yeah, so I posted on YouTube a lot and everything, and as time progressed on, I started getting some kind of attention that I did not want. And they were very, oh my lords, they were so nasty. They threatened to find out where I lived and kill me because of the kind of content that I was producing. If we did have book reviewers, I did not see them. I guess much because I wasn't looking for that kind of content. I went the whole thing of, let's see here, when you made so many videos, you could upload videos longer than 15 minutes. I went through the whole thing of, being able to change my background, make it like, transparent. You could see your subscribers, and you could subscribe to their channels. You have the ability to do, like, make it indicate that it was a VR, which is a video response. So I've been through a lot of different changes with YouTube. I was there when Google bought it, which they implemented their own changes to things like your homepage. Also, before YouTube was bought by Google, you didn't have ads. You definitely didn't have AI. You didn't have AI. You didn't have people doing fake movie trailers because the technology just wasn't there. So I've been through a lot of changes in the 20 some years I've been on YouTube. So I'm an old timer YouTuber. I will be the first to admit that I did not watch the video in full. However, I'm just putting my own point of view on this. And, you know, when I look at YouTube now, and the fact that you have YouTube Shorts and everything, it doesn't surprise me of how much YouTube has changed in the last 20 some years. It doesn't shock me that YouTube adopted YouTube Shorts to compete with TikTok. I know on X, you can now upload videos of book, anything. And I remember when I started YouTube, we didn't have Twitter. We did not have Twitter. So the thing about when you go into a video where you are like, oh, the 3 or 4 things that I should have known before I started Booktube, I look at it like, I have been here a lot longer than Booktube. I have been here a lot longer than Booktube. And I know the stuff that happens on Booktube. I'm not shocked at all. I will say that I don't agree with the idea that people don't watch book reviews. They do. In fact, if you go and look at how people figured out if they wanted a book, newspapers actually had a little magazine insert. They don't have it anymore now because most everything is now digital. But they had reviews of books, and people would read the reviews, and then they would decide for themselves if they wanted the book. Now, if it's from an author like, say, Stephen King, they're not going to read the review. They're just going to go out and buy the book. And you know what we do is we basically do literally the same thing that newspapers did for a long, long time. We review books, and we tell you what we personally thought about it. But I have noticed that I get plenty of views just on my shorts. Like I remember one of my videos, I got 500. I got not 500. Might have gotten 500. But I know I got like 120 views. Now, as far as condensing my review of The Stand, now I did 2 videos which I've not uploaded because I have other videos before that to upload. I basically talk about book 1, and then I do my halfway view. And for people that want to know, I'm currently on chapter 41 of that book. So what I'm thinking about actually doing is doing 2 versions of the same video, the shorts and the longer version. So I'll see if I can actually do the shorts. Do the shorts. I probably will be able to do it, but I really have to focus on, But yes, I have noticed the shorts get a lot more views, and I've noticed that my subscriber count has gone up slightly. I know it went from 188 to 190, which was insane. So yeah, YouTube definitely is competing with TikTok as far as like their short form video and all that, and it's kind of sad that we're having to do short form video when we could do like longer form video and everything, but that's just how it is. Also, in my own personal opinion, and I don't even know if this was in the video, um, definitely don't expect people to comment on your videos every time that you do a video. Now, there are people that have bigger accounts, and they have turned this into a full-time job. I personally don't. I might be unemployed in the traditional sense, but I still have something I'm doing. I'm still writing my books. I'm currently editing my collection of short horror stories. Because I do not have money to afford Canva, I'm actually going to be using Amazon's thing, and that's what I will be doing. Also, I have my spell thing on my new laptop. My service is good until next year, so I will be using the editing software, which it does include AI. And there's a girl on there that says that if you are using, unless you're using a typewriter, a pen and paper, or a word processing spell check thing, you're not really a writer. I wish somebody would let her know that AI is in the spell check of Microsoft Word. But I will be using that because that way I get most of my mistakes, and hopefully it won't delete those little word quotation things and everything. So because that's included in with the package, I'm going to use it and everything. So that's what I'm going to do. And then, of course, use Amazon's program. So that's the thing. So, if you go and you're acting all shocked that people are not watching your videos, if you're not doing short form content, you're probably not going to get the views that you think that you're going to get. But, I'm not, like I said, I'm not shocked at all. Like I said, I've been doing this for a very, very long time. And it just, I'm not shocked by anything at all. And I just adapt to how people do things. People do watch book review videos, but you have to put it in a form that they're now used to watching. You may not like it, but that's just how it is today. That's, we didn't have influencers 20 some years ago when YouTube was getting started. Yeah, I mean, you didn't have, like I said, you didn't have influencers, you didn't have sponsors, you didn't have this, you didn't have a publishing company dictating what could or could not be said in a book review video. So, yeah, that's just basically how it goes. Alright, sorry, I am going to end it here. I've got one more video I'm going to be doing, so I'll be doing a total of 3 videos today. Actually 2, because my third one's already up, but it's scheduled. So I will end it here, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, keep reading.